Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I'll show you how it's done. Shazam!
Okay, what's up, folks? This is Underdeveloped here, and we got a review for the new Zack Snyder, Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League, titled Zack Snyder's Justice League, directed by Zack Snyder. The Snyder Cut.
This is the cut of the movie that fanboys been bitching about and harassing people at Warner Brothers for years, and it's finally here.
I was one of them. Well, I saw the original Justice League in theaters. When none of my friends wanted to.
Yeah, I watched on HBO Max like this week.
How do you feel seeing the Joss Whedon's Justice League, and now seeing the Zack Snyder's cut? Which one do you think is better?
I feel like I wasted 6 hours of my life.
So, you didn't like any of them?
I mean, I'll give Zack Snyder credit. It is a better version of the movie, but that's literally saying the shit I took last night is better than the shit I took 4 years ago. Shit's still shit.
Wow, so you think this was bad, basically. It's just better than the other one.
Yeah. Like, the other one was a turd. This is a polished turd.
So, why do you think this movie is a turd?
I mean, it has a lot of the same creative flubs that the first one had. You have so many characters just completely stopping your story in its tracks. It just kills the pacing. And the pacing is even worse now because now you have a whole lot more. Not only do you have more scenes, but a lot of scenes, even some that are in the theatrical version, are now much longer, and I would argue longer than they need to be. Especially in the first half of the movie. That's like that. Those first 2 hours, the Snyder Cut really struggle with having all these extended, extra long scenes that really should just been cut. It should be cut short, at least.
Yeah, I feel that with this cut was a lot of extra fluff that the story didn't really need. So one of the things I'm talking about is the fucking overdrawn singing sequence after Aquaman dives back into the water.
That was bad.
Yeah, that was like, why? Why does that need to be there? Why does that have to drag out for so long? I can't understand what the fuck they're saying. Basically, there's a whole lot of scenes that just like was extended.
Yes.
And added no value or purpose to the to the movie. However, there's a lot of scenes that was added that help shape the characters, especially for certain characters like Cyborg. Like, he had a lot of developed with his family, how he became who he became, his father, changes with his father, that didn't happen in Justice League, in Justice League. That's what they're calling it.
The parts of Cyborg are mostly very good. I just really wish they made a really good Cyborg movie instead of trying to cram a Cyborg movie into this already bloated Justice League movie.
I feel they try to cram multiple movies in one. And that's what I didn't like. Like, what's wrong with just copying Marvel? They did it right. You develop your single heroes first.
Yeah.
You give them their solo films, and so now when you get to Justice League, everything is just coming to a head. And you don't got to waste time developing people. You can just get right into the story. And honestly, one thing they did improve on was Steppenwolf. From his design to his motives.
He is generally better. To his
motives, because in Justice League, it was more about trying to free his mother or something from the metal boxes. Darkseid wasn't even mentioned, and now Darkseid is not only mentioned in this one, he's actually seen on multiple occasions.
Yeah, he is. And the Darkseid scenes are pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, pretty solid. It's like an overall looming threat. This dude, obviously, just a intergalactic tyrant.
Yeah, like it sucks that the main villain in this movie is like belittled just to be the hype man for another villain, but at least but still better than what we had before.
BVS alone kind of fucked up because they try to cram in 6 movies.
Exactly. I hate to that's the thing that really bugs me about these these universe movies. Like, one movie can literally be so bad that it ruins the movies around it.
Exactly. Because
I hate that so much.
Because it could have been a lot better if they had like better stuff that came before.
Yeah. Like, if Justice League wasn't so reliant on all the stuff led up to it, it could have been a much better movie.
Yeah. And it's not even, but that's not even the problem. The problem is that when we watched the movie, they didn't have enough build up, so they just freaking mashed everything in all at once. And that's the problem. You know what I mean? If they had all the solo films, the origin stories, the development, you know, and then have like the mother boxes as like a looming threat. You know, just like sprinkled within the other movies. Mm-hmm. So when Justice League comes in, it's like everything's just coming to a head. And that alone would have been that would have made Justice League 10 times better because it comes from something better instead of like shit coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like it waters down Justice League, so that alone drops the value of the movie. Mm-hmm. Because if it's a universe film, as you said, everything has to be at least somewhat decent leading up to it.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
It's not a single movie; it is a joined movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like a movie like this is like so reliant on it being part of a universe. This is like a big universe movie, but the problem is that so much of this shit wasn't pre-established in the world. The world was established by a lot of stuff within it really wasn't. So like apparently Atlantis exists. That wasn't a thing before this movie, but now it is. You know, like stuff like that just kind of comes out of nowhere. It sidelines you. It's not even treated as a big deal. Like this is the first time any of these fuckers are hearing about Atlantis, and nobody treats it like a big deal. Like. Wouldn't you?
Because technically, at the point where Justice League is supposed to come out, Aquaman wasn't out yet. Yeah. So nobody knows what Atlantis is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if people didn't really think about that nowadays because Aquaman's been out for a hot minute now.
And a fucking file helps him find all metahumans. Cool.
Yeah, it's a thing. Henry Cavill's bad CGI mustache aside, I actually thought the intro to the theatrical version was better with it, because then it was just like it was like a little cell phone recording of Superman, like whatever, it's charming and shit. But here it's like we open with Superman's fucking death scream, traveling across the world.
That was dumb. Why would you? First of all, the beginning should have been obviously the whole war scene, back in the days against Darkseid. That would have been a dope fucking opening scene. There's Darkseid. This is this Earth coming in. Then you have this like it's like you see Earth from like a full view, and then you hear a bunch of shit coming towards them, and the next thing you know, a bunch of people looking at up in the sky, and then you see the fucking the things, the fucking jets land, whatever, the ships land, and then all of a sudden, you know what I mean, you see like the gods come down, and all these people form together, and they have united front, and they stand off, and they fight to the death, epic scene, they just die, and they chase them off, and then you show them conserving all the mother boxes. Boom, Justice League logo.
Yeah.
Oh, dope ass beginning. Great.
Exactly. Like that was a good scene in the movie. That would have been a great opening. That would have been a great
opening scene. Maybe with some Diana VO if you want. If you want.
VO, like some VO for exposition, whatever.
Her you know, maybe her mother telling the story. As a kid, maybe. Yeah. I mean, first off, that's who Superman only existed for like 30 years on Earth, so he had a whole bunch of time to come back. So why now? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
I just did not like Superman. Actually, I like Superman better in Justice League, if I'm being honest. Even though that stash I couldn't stand.
The stash.
But you had the Superman music. You know what I mean? Like
actually,
like he wasn't talking too much in this one. He didn't really say shit. You know what I mean? Like
he felt like he was there just to be the tough guy.
Just to be the Deus Ex Machina.
And also, he has the black suit, which. I mean, it looks cool, but it doesn't do anything.
It's not needed.
It doesn't change anything.
It doesn't come with the mullet. What the fuck is up with that? Where's the thick beard and where's the mullet? You know what I mean? And there's no cape on the black one. And it's supposed to be a healing suit that helps him heal. You know what I mean? I just don't like the way he came. It's just so dumb.
Was that stated in the Snyder Cut that that's what the suit did?
No! And the CGI was just incredibly worse, especially on Superman's powers.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah, you could tell.
Like, I mean, it wasn't good in the first one, but it's still really bad.
Yeah. Man still had way better graphics for the flying and the heat vision. For this one, they just didn't have it. I like the color palette in the first, in Joss Whedon's cut a little better. It's a little more colorful.
Same.
But I don't care for, like, I do like the ending, like the final battle.
Yeah,
like that color palette was better. I don't like that red thing in Joss Whedon's cut. I like the way the color palette was for the last fight scene in this one.
I think the last fight scene in general was just way better in this cut. Like, I like that.
I'm talking strictly from a color palette
perspective. I know you are, but I'm saying in general,
that's a given. That's a given. Like the way they all team up together to take him down, like how they all use their individual skills to kind of just, and then Wonder Woman came through and just chopped his head off. I thought that was badass.
Wonder Woman's a fucking savage.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty cool. She kind of fell through the cracks in this movie too. She had a lot more of an arc, I guess, in Joss Whedon's cut.
I don't think she had an arc in either.
No, but at least they had a whole thing about her, like her and Bruce Wayne had a whole change of dialogue about, like, you know what I mean, people, you know what I'm saying, giving up on people. Well, not giving up, but like just shutting yourself off from people.
I guess.
You know, but didn't really explore too much. And Aquaman had a whole thing with Cyborg about like him not trusting him because he could be working for one of them, and that kind of got dropped and not really dealt with. So they kind of open up these plot lines and not really deal with them.
There's not addressed ever again.
Kind of skid by it, and it's like whatever. It's kind of weak. The writing is mostly the weakest part of this movie, but it is better structured.
It is.
I guess it is a lot of scenes that just dragged on, so it could have benefited like an hour just chopped off.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I feel like you took this movie and used. I feel like Joss Whedon was too short. Zack Snyder's too long. I feel like meet in the middle. You would have a much better movie as Men in the Middle.
3 hour, cool. 3 hour, 5 minutes, bang.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
That works for me. End sequence was awesome. The fights were awesome. Suman, I thought could have been done better.
Yes.
But that travels from like the other films before that came.
Exactly.
Before.
It's not something you can blame this film specifically because that's the entire franchise.
The foundation. So yeah, this movie, my review, I'll probably give this a 2.9 out of 3 out of 4.
To be honest, I really didn't enjoy it as much as you did. I'd give it like a 1.8.
Wow, that's terrible. Wow.
I mean, it's still twice as much as I gave the Whedon version. So
how much you give that one?
I gave that 0.9.
Oh, wait, that's then. I'd give at least 2.5. That's like really.
I didn't think it was. I don't think it's worth watching. I didn't think it was even though it has good moments, but there's so few and far between, and there's so much padding in this movie. Like I can't justify the experience. If this was
2.9.
If this was a 3-hour movie, my score would be a lot closer to yours. But this isn't. This is a 4-hour movie, and this movie does not justify those 4 hours.
Yeah, to me, it extended a lot of scenes that didn't need to be extended, or a whole bunch of shit that didn't matter and did nothing for the story. They didn't do right by Superman, in my opinion. Yeah. In his resurrection, didn't care for it. The opening, didn't care for it. The villains was a step up. Some good fight scenes. They developed a lot of story for a lot of other characters that needed it, but they should have got their own films instead of being crammed into the film. It's good. It can be better. That was an 84.
Oh, fuck, I forgot.
Wow. But it could be better.
Okay, Pedro Pascal.
Well, without further ado, that concludes our review. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you, found something or learned something or agree. If you don't, it is what it is. Yeah. But stay tuned for other stuff. We have more reviews and reactions coming to you.
Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell for all the new videos as they come out. And we'll be seeing you all next time.
Later, y'all.
Go fuck yourself! I will! You know why? Because I'm attractive. Every day, I wake up, look in the mirror, and ask myself, would I fuck me? And the answer is always yes! Because I would fuck myself!